It's a saloon car, which means it has a balut. It has a boot with like the hinges aren't really quite as thick as that. That's a plastic cover, in case you're wondering. That looks like it should have a battery on there. Like unhealthy food, the BMW has always had E numbers, but for some reason they thought, we're going to run out of numbers at some point, so we best change the letter from E to F. This looks a bit like the 5 Series of the same time. Oh, what's that now? It was the
G30.
That's right. Yeah, it looks almost identical from some angles. A lot of the creases are all the same, but the 3 Series BMW is not quite as good looking as the 5 Series. There we go, I've said it. I like the 5 Series more. There's the back. Looks like there's enough legroom in there, which is surprising. Here's the door shut sound. Smooth. 17-inch wheels, which aren't too big, just about the right size, I would say, for this. Plastic covered engine, about to be revealed. Here we go, let's have a moment where passers-by will assume we've broken down. And underneath the plastic cover is a straight 6 3-litre diesel engine, which weighs about as much as an elephant. Yeah, it has 250 brake horsepower. That's an awful lot of power. And here is the engine without the engine cover on. And gosh, that's ugly suddenly, isn't it? It doesn't look nice without the engine cover on.
It's like a pile.
Before I step inside, let's just do the door shut sound. I prefer the sound of the back door actually, because it's like that, but not flabby. There's a flabbiness to the front door, isn't there? Flabby sound like you would get with a Vauxhall. Yeah, it sounds like a Vauxhall. Sorry, Carl. Another sheep's coming over to say hello. Yeah. Oi, sheep. Terence. Hi, mate. Come over here for a chat. I've got a fiver for you.
Where's your negative friend?
Inside the BMW, this is just, they're all kind of like this. It's got cloth seats with bolsters, quite nice. It's got a centre console. It's got fake brushed aluminium, and it's got quite a nice, easy to read dashboard. It's all right. Yeah, it is a bit flabby. It's on radio 10. I didn't know there was such a thing.
X.
Here we have the iDrive system, which I would probably just never even touch. Oh, but it's got a proper handbrake. What a pleasant surprise to see an actual handbrake on a car that isn't 20 years old.
We're rolling.
Hi. We're getting back in the car. Oh, and the heated steering wheel's back on. You know, like with heated seats, they usually have a thing where they time out, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Do you have the same thing with the steering wheel?
I think it does, yeah.
Because I hadn't noticed that. I mean, it's just like when I put my hands back on it then, it's like, quick, make most of the heat because it'll be gone in 5 minutes, and then you'll be wanting to switch the engine off so you can reset it. Because that's what you have to do with heated seats, isn't it? Does this have heated seats?
It does not. It's an optional extra. As I think wheels are an optional extra of BMW, aren't they? You have to pay extra for wheels.
Just say heated wheels.
They basically just come with a frame, and then you have to add the extras like engine, and stuff like that. Then they run out of money before they can put the seats on.
I don't think your more modern day BMWs really like that. Mind you, how old is this one now?
2013. This is so 12 years old.
12 years old. It doesn't feel like a 12-year-old car.
It's a really good car.
It does feel very, very, well, I would say it feels like a new car. But all cars do feel like new cars up until they get knackered.
Correct.
And then, they no longer feel like new cars. So the thing of something feeling old is generally down to how quickly it wears out. And I've always thought BMW have not had a particularly good record for suspension components anyway.
No.
So this one's actually doing it right, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. I've not changed any of the like sort of control arms or anything. I have had 4 new shock absorbers on it though. Yeah, could be. Just under.
What does this one do here though? It says BC.
Before Christ, I don't know.
They've not been around that long, have they not?
No, I don't know what it does. I'll be honest with you.
Should we press it?
Yeah, do it.
I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not the ejector button. Put my phone down just in case it is. Oh, right, don't know. On the other side. Oh, hey! Press the go button.
It's on.
Hello. Hello. I've already said hello. I know I have because I've done that earlier on in the video, which part of the video I haven't actually made yet, obviously, but I will be doing, you can betcha. And this BMW 330 diesel has, is it 250 brake horsepower?
So yeah, it's about that. 258.
That's the standard amount of brake horsepower.
Yeah, standard.
You'd be expecting in a BMW though, isn't it? You wouldn't really accept any less these days, would you? As I use the heated steering wheel, a thing that I would generally say is just a bit silly and a bit pointless. When it is cold, it is actually quite nice to have your digits pre-warmed. And there we go, foot down. What's that knocking noise?
that was I think that was some machinery outside.
Not the car then?
No, I hope not.
Yeah. We don't like noises like that whilst we're driving, do we? They're quite a simplistic dashboard in this as well, so like vents and actual controls that you can use with your fingers, which is nice. The steering wheel's not too cluttered. Oh, these are the paddle shifts thing. What do you reckon to those? Are they any good?
Do you know what? I don't use them, but yeah, it's fun. I've not used them myself personally, really.
How do you know it's fun then?
Because I did once.
And you had so much fun that you decided never to use them again?
Exactly.
Right. Ever so slightly contradictory there, I'm afraid, mate.
That's me all over.
The indicator works, of course. I won't be doing that kind of joke because we all know. Oh, he was a bit eager, wasn't he?
He was.
Whoa! You don't need to do much, do you, for the thing to work?
No.
Keep the traction control on, I reckon.
Oh yeah, don't have it off. Bloody hell.
The actual feel of how much power you're giving is not quite as predictable as I was expecting. Because I think like just with a slight touch, I wasn't expecting it to take off quite as much as it did do.
If you want it a bit less aggressive, it is in sport mode. If you knock it into comfort, you don't get as much. There's a little bit more lag on the turbo, so.
Ah, right,
Yeah,
I see.
it is in sport mode at the moment.
Yeah. Which would you recommend?
Well, comfort mode. If you just not.
Does it affect anything else?
No, it just won't be. It's just not quite as responsive. That's all.
Well, I mean, you want it to be responsive, don't you? But
Yeah.
you don't want it to be unpredictable.
No, it's the traction control's on, so you'll be all right. It won't.
Will I be all right?
You'll be all right, man. Of your caliber.
Well, doing 30 now, we get to the 50 and 50. That was nice, actually. That's what we like about it. Oh, and it's holding it in gear as well, which is interesting. Now, why is he stopping? Is he stopping or just slowing down? Oh, he's just doing some minicab driving, isn't he? No. But the trouble is, with a car like this, when you start pushing it, that's when you're going to end up backwards in a hedge.
Oh yeah,
somewhere.
you can if you don't know what you're doing.
In many ways, an automatic diesel works better than a manual because you don't have such a great rev range.
No.
And it can change quicker than you can.
Good on the motorway as well if you're in traffic, because I do a lot of motorway miles in this, so an automatic's way better than a manual in them situations.
It certainly is. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite comfortable. I've just realised we haven't got leather seats. It's cloth seats as well.
Yeah, cloth seats, no sweaty bum.
Well, that rather depends on who you are, doesn't it? I mean, some people have a sweaty bum whilst they're sat in an ice bath.
Yes, they do.
Oh, there's some sheep up there. Hi, sheep. Yep, I'm driving a BMW. Don't tell anyone. It is nice, but it just feels so eager. It's almost like it doesn't really want to drive carefully.
I mean, if you're not driving, put it into.
There we go. That
if you put that down, it'll go into comfort mode.
Let's see.
So now you'll notice it won't be quite as aggressive.
I see what you mean, actually. Yeah, because straight away before, it was the moment you touched the accelerator.
Yeah.
It was like it was like when you wake a cat up.
Start it.
Yeah, you know, like a cat could be fast asleep and it's just like suddenly, yep, I'm awake, let's do something.
Yeah. Comfort mode's about the best, the standard driving mode, really.
Yeah. So that's dog mode.
Dog mode.
The other's cat mode, isn't
Cat
it?
and dog mode.
Yeah.
Sport Plus takes traction control off, so that'll be something like Tasmanian Devil mode or something dangerous.
Yeah, dangerous mode. I'm feeling lucky mode.
Death mode. Yeah.
We're up on a 30 limit here, and then it changes from 30 but to 40. So you're not really allowed to go quite as fast, which means that if it's in comfort mode, that's the mode that you want, where you won't just suddenly find yourself going faster than what you're allowed to do, and then feeling guilty and stupid at the same time. Before, yeah, do you know what? It feels completely different actually with that press. It's like you've got to push it a bit suddenly, haven't you? Now, normally, actually, when it comes to, I normally prefer diesel for the motorway because you have a bit of lag, which means you don't find yourself constantly just shooting up to the wrong speed.
No.
But I bet you don't get that with this, do you?
Not really, yeah.
No, I mean it still just goes, isn't it?
Yeah. A little bit of lag though on the turbo, isn't there?
A little bit of lag.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that is it's a bit like, are you sure, sir? Do you want to put your foot down here?
Yeah.
You know, a bit like, you know, when you purchase something from Amazon and it asks if you really want to go ahead with the transaction.
That's it.
Imagine sport mode on Amazon and you found yourself buying all sorts of shit in the middle of the night.
When you're pissed.
When you're pissed.
Yeah.
Or just during the day when you're walking down the street and you've done some pocket buying.
That's it.
And there's been nothing there in the way to actually get in the way of making sure you don't do that.
That's it. Sport mode is pissed up Amazon mode. I like it. You change that dial.
Yeah, pissed up Amazon. I prefer that car not to be in front of us actually, because I bet it's going to go really slowly. But no doubt that Mercedes in front has probably got quite a bit of oomph as well.
I would have thought it has.
This would have been enough actually. If that's what it was, I've gone, yeah, that's rather satisfying.
Yeah.
Because this is an auto, we can't do the Blackstone Edge 5th gear challenge.
It's probably what gear is it in now?
I don't know.
6, got 7, I think.
Oh, has it got 7?
I think so.
That doesn't feel like you'd have to do much more than that to actually start to lose it.
Yeah, you wouldn't really.
With no traction control on. Yeah.
So, yeah, if no traction control. I mean, in hindsight, if I could gone back for when I did buy one, I probably would have got an X-Drive, 4-wheel drive one. Cause,
yeah.
I mean, I'm used to it now, but, you know, at first, when I first had it, it was a bit startling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got more of a muted kind of sound to it than I was expecting.
Yeah, they're quite quiet, aren't they, really?
Yeah, I thought
It's like a roar.
It is, yeah, it's quite Rory Bremner. Bremner Bird and Fortune.
Off? Rory Bremner.
Yeah.
Have I got news for you? No.
You might have done a
Was
bike on
one
these. He probably did an awful lot. I've not seen his curly haired bunts in ages.
I bet it's not curly no more.
I bet it is. What you mean? He's probably got a nice short haircut now instead.
Bald. It's not.
Well, you want roads like this where you have a bit of curvy going on, so you can use the steering. Without using the steering wheel, it's all a bit boring, isn't it? Amazon pissed mode. Would you swap it for that Mercedes van?
No.
What if you had a new job where you had to deliver like 20 people to the airport every day and they all had to pay £100 each and you could do 12 jobs a day?
Oh yes, 100%. Straight gone.
Yeah, then you'd just buy another one, wouldn't you?
Maybe, because I'll be earning that much money.
But I presume that you've had this car being you've had it for 4 years, you must actually be very happy with it.
Very happy. Really, really reliable.
Oh.
No, push the top button. Are you going to put it in park?
Yeah.
It's, just push that P button at the top.
Oh. Well, it's another one of those things really. Well, it's not too. You had to tell me how to stop driving the car, didn't you?
Yeah.
So I don't really want to be told how to stop driving. I want to just get it. What's all this about on here then? It's flashing away. It had something, yeah, there.
That's the parking sensors. There must be a ghost behind us or something. Because there's nothing there.
No. Well, that's how ghosts work though, isn't it? No? You can't really see why.
Sneaky bastards.
It's the parking sensors are good ghost hunting material,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
If you're a sheep, the BMW 3 Series will be the car for you. But these aren't ordinary sheep. They're black sheep. Only joking, that doesn't really work. This here has numbers 1 to 8. Why they gave up and didn't bother with 9, don't know.
Germans don't need 9.
9? Is that why?
Aye.
Do you want a number 9 on there? 9? No. Sounds vaguely racist, that. Perhaps I won't put that bit in. But it has got my favourite number of 7 and the combination of 42. You can have that. 4 and 2 add up to 6, but 42 to me remind me of a 7. And there's no logic behind that whatsoever. It just happens to be the way my brain works, which is why people find me confusing. In summary, this BMW is quite a nice car to drive. Is it lacking something though? Not exactly, but it doesn't really look like anything. I mean, it looks like a BMW, but when I look at it from the outside, it doesn't make me think of anything. It doesn't make me think, oh, I'd hate one of those. And it also doesn't make me think, oh, I really like that. Some cars are just really, they just make your eyes go straight for them. And they don't have to be a good car, they can be a terrible car. Whereas this is actually a very good car, but it's also a very nondescript car. Well, like electric cars in general, which this one isn't, they have this moment where they're very exciting because they go very fast and they feel very secure. And then when you've had that moment, which I did do, you go back to just driving it and you forget what you're even in. And then once you've done that, there's not a lot of point in it costing you a fortune. So if it has, you've wasted your money. Something's going on. Configure Sport. This is one of my little moments here. Really let the congestion move ahead of you because it's a 30 limit. And then it goes to 50 where people carry on doing the same speed. But it's my little joyous moment where I can briefly just put my foot down. And as we're doing 30 here, the traffic's moving further and further ahead, and I'm going to get the tiniest moment before I catch them back up to just enjoy doing this. That is great, actually. That's a very satisfying bit of punch.
I think my arse has come out of my mouth.
Excellent, thank you. And thank you for watching. And thank you for being a subscriber. And thank you for not being one of those. I said it again. If you dislike this video, I'm very sorry. I'll try harder next time. Bye bye.